What's up, everyone? This is Two Lou's Crew coming to you from New York City. I am Louis,
I'm Lewis.
and together we will be breaking that down the UFC Fight Night. Who is it? Vieira versus Tate.
Misha Tate. Yep.
Ah, man, Tate.
Stop. You gotta stop doing
You
that.
know, Tate. I call her One Arm Tate because Ronda Rousey still owns her other arm. When she broke it, oh man, that was disgusting. For those that don't know who Ronda Rousey is, go search her up and then search up Misha Tate submission. It's disgusting. I don't even want to tell you how the submission, what type of submission it was. I kind of hinted at it. Anyway, so that's the main event for that card, and we're gonna get into the Adrian Yanez versus Davy Dangerous Grant. This should be a really fun one. It should hopefully be primarily on the feet. Uh, if it only happens on the feet, it'll be a really fun one for fans to watch. We have Adrian Yanez coming in at 14 wins with 3 losses. And Davy Dangerous Grant has 11 wins with 5 losses. He does have a win about 5 years ago against Marlon Vera, which is fun. He fought against Marlon Vera recently, and didn't go as well as planned as well as he had planned, but it was still a good fight. A lot of pressure towards Vera, and Vera. It looks like he's improved a lot. We already see what Vera did to Frankie Edgar a couple weeks ago, and his striking is really good. So to get into the breakdown, Grant, not afraid to pressure people. Yanez likes to take his time. Would you say they call Yanez?
He's like a mini Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah, yeah. So, Yanez likes to take his time, really chill guy. You could tell he's a chill guy, like in and out of the octagon. Grant, his nickname is Dangerous, right? So you could tell that he's going to be a little more enthusiastic to push the pace. He's going to want to engage and not be afraid to engage. There are some flaws to Davy Grant that I'll let Big Lou get to in a few. So I'll concentrate a little more on Yanez. Yanez, he likes to mix it up on the feet. I wouldn't say kind of like a Yair Rodriguez. I can't say like Rodriguez, but if you were to just isolate the hands only. Ignore even the elbows, just the hands only. The hands are very similar to what Rodriguez does. If you were to stop Rodriguez from kneeing and kicking and elbowing and doing all those fancy other tricks that he does, Yanez is very similar to what Rodriguez likes to do. I would say Yanez, he does like to keep a high guard. Yanez does. So if you look at some of his past fights, people, specifically, was it Costa that he fought? It was Costa. A lot of pressure came in, specifically with leg kicks. A lot of kicks. And a lot of high leg kicks. Yanez was keeping the guard up. All right, we know that Yanez was having trouble in the beginning of that fight. But the guard was up. He did get touched up a little bit. But because the guard was up, he was still able to, deflect some blows. Some of them glanced off of him, and ultimately, he got the finish in that fight. I feel that this will be, this will go in line with what happened in his last fight, Yanez did, and he'll probably get a decision victory because Grant, people don't finish him on the feet. People only finish him on the ground, armbar, rear naked choke, those type of finishes, submissions. He doesn't get finished on the feet, so. And I would say Yanez isn't gonna get the finish. I would take Yanez by decision, and if he gets the finish, I would say it's very late in the fight when he starts to turn it on and get really comfortable, because he's also a guy that really relies on his comfort, right? He reads the person, gets comfortable, and then starts to implement his attacks. So I would say, Yanez all day. Yanez is at a minus 250, minus 255 favorite, where Grant was a plus 205 underdog. So I would agree with those odds. I wouldn't say they're too crazy apart. They might even get a little closer by the time the fight happens. Maybe like minus 200 and a plus 150, plus 175. But yeah, I got Yanez by decision or very late stoppage.
This fight is definitely one that I'm looking forward to on the card the most. They're opening up with a real banger. So Yanez, yeah, he. If you watch him fight before, he is very similar in style to Jorge Masvidal. Um, very really clean technical boxing. And that's where I think that comes into play with Davy Grant. Grant, while yeah, he's good on the feet, but the way he throws his shot, even when he won against when he had that knockout win over Martinez on one of his last, was it? I think that was his when he came off that layoff, and he had that win over Martinez, the kind of real looping hook that knocked him out, and great. He has power, throws a lot of kicks. He's very. If you see his fights, he loves throwing that spinning side kick. It's one of his favorite go tos. But a lot of things he leaves himself really open. So that's where I think Yanez is going to come into play. He's a real clean boxer, and if you leave yourself too open, he's definitely going to find that chin. So, I mean, yeah, he hasn't been knocked out before, but you know what? This is the UFC. MMA math doesn't make sense, and anything can happen. So, but just with the way he fights and he leaves his hands down like that, I'm not confident on Grant getting the victory. I mean, I could see him getting another knockout if he does win, but I don't see him winning a decision just because of him just leaving himself open so much, leaving himself open to a lot of counters. So Yanez, this could kind of, because if you look back at that Costa fight, I mean, you could kind of say he almost lost that until he got that knockout. And what really lost Costa that fight was his cardio. It just wasn't there. He was just really outpouring. And if you look at that fight, Costa was throwing a lot of kicks, and Yanez was having trouble closing the distance because of those kicks. So, you know what? I mean, it's a good close one, but I still don't think Grant gets the victory. I'm giving this to Yanez by maybe a unanimous decision.
Okay. So you're not going to go with the finish, right?
Nah, I don't think there's a finish in this one.
Okay. All right, so we agree. We're both going with the decision. I would say possible late stoppage if there is going to be one. I don't think there's going to be an early stoppage. I don't see Yanez getting caught. I mean, crazy things happen, but we don't see it. So we're both going with Adrian Yanez, most likely by decision because of Grant not being finished. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So if you agree or disagree with us, leave a comment. We promise we do reply. We reply very soon to any type of ideas or opinions that are left on the comment section. Leave us a like, subscribe, click the subscribe button, turn on alerts. Until next time, guys, this is Too Loose Crew.